All right, so we're live. I'm in the kitchen working on dinner. I was going to do this live thing earlier today, but I was busy. I was busy trying to get my computer to work, so now we're doing it. Oh, we'll use some more light. Oh, got crazy kitties in here, and I was going to talk about the first spring training game, Reds, and I'm sorry, I can't say the Indians. Well, I'm not supposed to say the Indians, I'm supposed to say Guardians. Well, it's very awkward for me to talk about the Guardians already. So, Reds and Guardians, the first sign of spring for me is when the baseball season starts. So, first spring training game in Arizona was today. It was at 3 o'clock. The Reds came back and won. I knew one player that was playing. It was Jonathan India, started second base for the Reds. Other than that, I didn't recognize. I didn't know the rest of the people. The shortstop Barrero, who came up last year for a while with the Reds. He played today too. So he was in there. And any other starters? Ooh, I'm kind of roasting a chicken breast in the oven, basically broiling it. And I think it's done. I'm making some beans, green beans, and I've got some rice here, which the rice is supposed to be cooking down. I'm supposed to cover it, so I guess I better do that. And I'm trying to have a semi-healthy dinner on Saturday. Oh, the cat is outside. Come in here. Well, they run in and out all day. I don't know. Crazy kitties. But anyway, first sign of spring is spring training game. Actually, it's been like kind of spring like for a while. Ohio, we've basically had 1 day of winter a week this winter, and then the rest of the time it like warms up, and then it's kind of spring like. So this weekend, got my bike out for a little bit today, about an hour, and then I got home. I wanted to get home to watch the game, and I ended up taking a little nap. So that's been my Saturday. I don't know. But what else was I going to say? Cleveland Guardians. So I was going to talk about this. Cleveland, they could have this new cat that I have hanging around here. He like meow 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 a lot. My cat is good. He doesn't say much, but the new one he talks a lot. Right, Kenny? Yeah, I know. Maybe they're mad because I'm not talking to them. So, kitties. Where was I at? Oh yeah, Guardians. I've had this idea. I thought maybe Cleveland instead of. I know it was like they tried to drop Indians because that's offensive to whoever. I'm not sure if Native Americans really care about whether we are calling them the Indians or Guardians. I'm sure that the Native Americans don't care that they renamed Cleveland baseball team the Guardians. And by the way, why did they come up with that? What Guardians? What does that have to do with Cleveland or baseball or anything in northeastern Ohio? I don't know. I had an idea. They should have named it, and this would have honored the Native Americans. They could have named them the Cleveland Eries, okay, after the Erie Indians that lived up in northeastern Ohio and that south shore of Lake Erie. Erie, Pennsylvania, I think is named after the Erie Indians, and I could be wrong. Or Lake Erie, I know is named after that Erie tribe, and then Erie, Pennsylvania was named somewhere in there. Anyway, they were there. They got destroyed by the Iroquois back in the 1650s or something like that. But that would have been a more appropriate use. They could have named it that and would have honored the Native American culture in that part of Ohio. I don't know. That was just my idea. Nobody cares. But I have a cat drinking out of the fountain here, or out of the faucet because he's crazy. And in the background, maybe you can hear it. Is I got the Breakfast Club on, so I'm multitasking this evening, and my dinner is probably just about ready. But I'm going to. Ooh, this looks good. I got rice in here. I got the little rice you make in the package. Looks good. Supposed to cook down a little bit. So you know what that. It's the Nor. What is this called? Nor creamy chicken flavor. That's what I'm making. Right, Kenny? It's good. It's all the cats can smell the chicken. But anyway, I am ready for spring. In fact, I might. I'm going to look at the overnight temperatures. And if they're not getting real below freezing, I might be able to sneak a few early season vegetables out on my deck. I don't know. Maybe some greens, maybe some root vegetables. So I'm going to look at that in the next week or so because this is the last weekend of February. After this, it's going to be March. And then we're going to go. Temperatures are just going to start going uphill from there, I think. I don't know what the cats are doing anyway. But anyway, that's what we're working on here in the early evening on the weekend, and I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else. I was going to talk about Cincinnati Reds preview, but I don't know anybody on the team right now. I know Joey Votto came back, Jonathan Indian's back, Tyler Stevenson's back, and they've got 3 young pitchers that came back. They're all rookies last year. Hunter Green, this Lodolo guy. I can't remember what his first name is. Nick Lodolo, and then Graham Ashcraft. They're supposed to be the Reds' 3 young stud pitchers. And I don't know. We'll see if they can stay healthy, if they can throw the ball over the plate and not walk everybody. Oh, there's more rules in baseball, which I thought was weird. They have a pitch clock on baseball this year because they're trying to speed up the game. And I'm kind of a baseball purist. Maybe there's other ways to speed up the game, but now they got the pitcher on the clock in between pitchers, so he has so many seconds. It's almost like in football where you got the play clock in between plays on a football game. So they've got him on the pitcher on a pitch clock, and then the batter has to be set by a certain point, by a certain second in the pitch clock, or else he gets called. They automatically call him a strike. So in other words, the batter has to be in the box ready to hit, and the pitcher has to be ready to throw the ball. Or I don't know what happens. The umpire blows the game up or something. Anyway, I was watching a little bit of that, and I was like, "What is this? A clock in baseball? It sounds sacrilegious to me." But anyway, I don't know. I guess we'll find out how it works. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're just doing it in spring training. I don't know. I think it's actually new and permanent. So we'll see. Anyway, go Reds. Hopefully they do better than they did last year. They lost 100 games last year. People are like, the Reds are going to do just as bad as they did last year. However, I don't think you're allowed to lose the 100 games in a row 2 years in a row. So I look for them. Oh my. Rice is getting good now. And I don't know, maybe they'll lose only 90 games this year. Basically, the Reds, if they do anything good this year, it's going to make them look like heroes because how bad they were last year. And unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember the last time before last year when they lost 100 games. That was in 1982. So exactly 40 years before. And they lost 101 games. So after that, they started. Well, they played ahead a couple years, and then they finally got their act together and started winning some games until 1990 when they finally went to the World Series. I hope it doesn't take 8 more years to get to the World Series, but with this team, this franchise, who knows? I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. Joey Votto is probably not going to be around to experience a World Series with the Reds, and that's just the way it is. He probably should have gone somewhere else if he wants a World Series ring because I don't think the Reds are going to do it. And So I don't know. Anyway, that's my quick spring training preview. Guardians were pretty good. It was a close game. It was like 4-3. The Reds won it with a walk-off home run. I can't remember his name. It was McLean or something like that. And who knows if he'll even be on the team in the spring or at the beginning of the year. But he won the game for him today. So that's about it from here. I don't know what else I was going to talk about, but yeah, spring. Oh yeah, I got to get my bike out tomorrow for a longer run. Today was just kind of like trying to get myself warmed up, and tomorrow it's supposed to be warmer and in the 50s. So I'll be out for a longer ride. So I might do a little Facebook or live, or you'll see me posting something about that. So anyway, that's all for now, and have a good rest of your weekend. Later. Oh yeah,